Welcome to the Cold Hard Truth. My name is Redemption Goddess, and I had been meaning to watch some of Cynthia G's content. I have been a Tariq Nasheed fan, and I've purchased some of his documentaries, and I've actually was in the live, I believe, when he was roasting this lady. And this was a few years back, and I didn't know the context. I didn't have time to go find out, but I have time now. Come to find out, they actually roast each other back and forth. And the young lady, Cynthia G, she wants to talk to Tariq Nasheed about the narrative or this thing that he pushes where he is always talking about booties and holes of this or that that's wet and who wants to do what with what. And it's normally with men and whatever, the things that they talk about. And it reminds me of Charlemagne the God and a few other people that I see in, I guess it's underground media, but some in mainstream media. You can consider Breakfast Club pretty mainstream. It's iHeartRadio and whatever. But they're always joking and making these homosexual jokes back and forth to each other. It doesn't have anything to do with whatever they're talking about. And they've been doing this for years. What I noticed is I actually watched Cynthia G's interview with a white guy named Brian. That's my very first piece of content that I consumed from this young lady. And listening to this white man speak, he's saying he's not afraid of black men economically, physically, nothing. He talked about black men being nuisances from, in the place where he's from. And he talked open and honest how he felt about black people. And I respect that because I want people to be honest with me. I don't want people to be bullied into telling me what I want to hear. And I do feel like black men, in my opinion, some, especially not my father and my family members and people that I know some very awesome black men, right? So my only problem with all of this content, when we speak generally about each other, well, black people do this, black people do that, black people do this, black men do this, black women do this. That's my only problem. But I understand that YouTubers, bloggers, they cover what's public. They have their own interviews. They're building their own brand, and they have a right to do that. And these two apparently go back and forth, and that's part of, I guess, this ongoing conflict that they have. I really sat there and listened to that man, and I have to put myself in uncomfortable positions to grow. Sometimes you have to be a little uncomfortable to grow. The young lady, now you're talking about my opinion. The young lady, she looks mean to me. Like, she looks like a mean person. That's just my personal opinion. She looks mean. Her voice, she's very stern. But you have to understand where she's coming from. She's coming from a place of living life and looking at black men and wanting to love black men. And she speaks this over and over. She used to be a fan of Tariq Nasheed, and she's not any longer. She speaks about that. And she talks about why, she feels like, okay, well, you have this platform. Why are you using it for this? Why are you using it to attack me instead of getting your guys together? And I agree with that. Every time she challenges him to prove a lie, he says she lies, but he says she's a liar. So she's saying, what am I lying about? And his response was talking about her hair. So the hair, I guess because her hair is fake, she's a liar. I don't know. He puts out the content. He's creating content. I know he employs people, and he's in his own lane. And I guess this young lady is as well. I don't understand the name calling, but I'm a black woman, and I understand in the black community, you kick it off with names. Can't just sit there and let you call me hair hat and all of this. So she made up some names for him too. she interviews these guys. She calls them men of no color. I like that. I like that. I might be using that. I hope I hope she's not one of them weird people. I made that up and don't use that anymore. I hope she's not like that. Anyway, men and women of no color. But see, she drags everybody. She's not just dragging black men. Shoot, she's dragging Karens and dragging whoever is out of order and out of pocket. You can get it. And what I see in the manosphere, or whatever they're calling that area over there where the men go at it, that area I see they attack black women. Their main focus is attack, or just women that they don't like, black women, women that they don't like, or women that have denied them something in their view. When they go at white men, it's subliminal. And it's subliminal. It's not directly at them. It's low key, but they will drag a black woman through the mud all over the internet, expose her address, put her kids and her life in jeopardy. They'll do all type of malicious stuff to a black woman, and I'll tell you, I've seen it happen on the internet. So it's not like I'm just pulling crap out my butt, but I really believe that just the little word "some" when you're saying "some," because people get triggered because they think you're talking about them. They out here living their lives. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And they listen to Tariq, or they'll listen to a Cynthia or whoever that is putting this blanket black people stuff out there. And of course they get triggered, but you shouldn't. If you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, I don't know why anyone would be angry. I think Dick Gregory said it. He's like, if I say all the hoes get up. Yeah, Dick Gregory said that. And he said, if I say all the hoes stand up, and you stand up, then you identifying with what I said. You identifying with being a hoe. You stand up, why you gonna get mad? And I ain't put all of that on it, but I'm putting the rest on it myself. So understand that your time is priceless. You're not gonna get it back. So consume wisely. I wish both of these people the best. I hope that everything that they're looking for works out for them. I would like for you to like or dislike. Comment below. Let me know what you think about. Are you a Cynthia G fan? Are you a Tariq Nasheed fan? What are their points that you like the most, and what do you dislike? And let's just have a conversation about it. I am a Tariq Nasheed fan, and I guess now I am a Cynthia G fan. I don't even like the word fan, but I like her content. She ooh, that tongue is sharp. Okay. Men of no color. But I noticed Tariq Nasheed did not say anything about the guy that brought him up. I know that he was on her show, but he didn't mention that guy. He didn't say his name, I don't believe, at all. And all of his followers or his fans, they're all riled up. If you're going to rile them up, why not rile them up and get them doing something positive? Get them... I just don't understand sometimes, but I wish everybody the best. I have to make this last point before I go. Now, I made a buck breaking video review on my channel. I put the link to the buck breaking video in my description box on that video. Now, that has a lot of dislikes. It has a lot of trolls on there. Everyone is angry with me because of what I said in there. And I don't know what to tell you. I worked this very interesting job. It was a phone job. It's for adults. Adults were able to call in. I'm trying to make this YouTube friendly, okay? So they were able to call in and have adult conversations. And I'm just going to tell you. I'm going to tell you straight up. This job was very interesting. Obviously, I did it for money. And I have a pretty good imagination. So anyway, I began writing stories on this site and erotica. And what the main thing, the main theme, the main, the fantasy, most of the white guys, they wanted to talk about some form of a big black man doing something to them or them doing something back to them. Now, look, you're going to have to fill in all the blanks. But I'm not lying about this. I have the recordings. I'm still reading through the terms and conditions to see if I could put it on Patreon. I still have the recordings. I don't want to get in trouble, but I will put them out there. You know, there's no identifying information. I'm not going to tell you. I don't even know who these people are. But they're white men. So I made that to bring light to, I guess, relating to Tariq Nasheed's video. So I'm not saying that Brian, that's what he does. But behind closed doors, the bottom line is there are white guys sneaking off. They're jumping on the phone lines. They're having these fantasies about big black men. Okay? So to me, that's buck breaking. Now, Cynthia G's point is, why do men keep allowing themselves to be buck broken? Very interesting. Very interesting. And every time the conversation comes up, you can't really have the conversation because it just goes to insults, which actually proves what the guy Brian was saying when she was interviewing him. Cynthia G interviewed him. He said all black dudes have is petty insults. They rather drag and beat their own women and kill each other. You know, he didn't say that, but basically that in a nutshell, you know, I summarized it. So let me know what you think. Would you be interested in hearing those recordings? Some of them are 10, 20, 30 minutes long. Some of them are an hour long. So let me know in the comment section.